Mic check, mic check. All right, mic has been checked. Just pop on a little late day update real quick. Answer any questions, that kind of stuff. Keep it short, keep it simple, keep it sweet. Waterbase Inc. Okay, so we lost 1 minute structures. We purged that last high up there. Check. Yeah, and yeah, let's just look at this. Let's look at this together, okay? I think there's still some decent demand left right underneath us where we're sitting here, 72,495, boom, six. This dashed line that we see right here on the chart, this guy, this guy, this guy, that's that swing high from way back when, okay? Yeah, yeah, that was the highest value that the asset was able to achieve since this. It's that swing high. Okay, cool. Check. Moving back to where we were. All right. So as we hit that high the very, very first time, we hit it here. We drew back right underneath here. This I think is market open. Yeah, we hit that high, run it back on market open under the previous low, deviate that, expand to new high. Now, new high is here, right? But pushing it above that high and overall above the swing high at this dotted line is these market participants. Those ones right there. So could see a little bit of lift coming up out of that area. That area also props up our market structure here pretty good. So let's play around with a couple other things. I shorted. I did it. I shorted. I'm guilty as fucking charged. I fucking shorted. Okay, cool. And we are tagging that demand, right? So neat. We don't break structure bullishly until here. I'll take an alert there, and I'll just go ahead and move my stop loss somewhere in that area. Or do I just take profit and hold? It's a good question. If I'm going to swing it, I don't think I want my stop loss there. So for that reason, I am not going to put it there, and I'm just going to take profits. I am just going to take some profits here. Come on, Bo, work with me here. Work with me here. Cool. All right, done. Cool. Back to focusing. Back to focusing. So yes, this could prop up the market structure that we developed today. The market structure that we developed today looks like this. It's basically here to here, and then obviously new high. Hold on, let me redraw that. Let me redraw that. That is essentially the market structure that we developed today. And the only thing that happened after that was just an S&P of the prior market structure point. That guy, right? So this is our upward structure for the day. And yeah, so yeah, we can absolutely see market structure maintain here, hold this general zone, and run back, breaking that high. And if we can get a decent initiation above this high, we will probably come for that high again. And guess what? I'm still looking for a short of that high if that happens. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, no problem. I got no problem with that at all whatsoever. So all we really have right here is just a range that hasn't broken down yet, a range that is formed at a prior swing high, and a range that is formed in supply. It's an area to look for shorts. As far as I'm concerned, it's an area to look for shorts. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And so I'm just going to tell you how I feel about it. And I'm going to move on with my life. Do we have any questions? I feel like this is all kind of self-explanatory. And so I'm not so sure that I need to say more than I've already said. But if somebody else, hey, hold on. I knew I gave myself a few more things to talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna say if we lose, let's call it the POC of this range here, and all I'm doing is a fixed range from this low to current price action. I just want the volume of the up leg. That's all I care about. I'm gonna go ahead and say if we lose the POC of that, it's gonna be a pretty bearish sign. It's gonna be a fairly bearish sign. I think if we lose the POC of that, we are testing this chunk of price action right here. That guy. You might get a little love off that. We've been eyeing that. I screwed up and hit delete all on my Bybit chart earlier. I fucking deleted every piece of TA I have. Not a big deal. I can recreate it all pretty quick. But yeah, I'm gonna say if we lose the POC of this upstroke, we're gonna come down and test demand. Yeah, and then I'm gonna say if we lose this low here, that we're going to come test the next low. And by the time we lose that low, it's fucking game over, okay? It's fucking game over. Period, point blank, end story. Game over after that one. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. I think I have said all that I can say about this. What does US to Ds look like? What does that look like these days? This afternoon, this evening. Ambiguous. Yeah, we just see kind of the same sort of local structure transition here, and we see the same sort of situation. We see the same sort of situation here. So if you see a transition on USTD back to bearish, then you are likely going to see a transition on Bitcoin back to bullish. So just a couple of little things to be prepared for. Anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, concussions, additions, subtractions, deletions? What's up, Jay Fester and Josh Parr? Jay Hefe Star. It's Hefe Star. It's not Jay Fester. Jeffster. No, it's Hefe Star. I'm convinced of it. What up, El Jefe? You know what was looking weird was the Sol ETF earlier. What's going on with Sol? Man, the ETF does not look like that. The ETF does not look like that. I'm short from 73. Shall I TP1 at 72.2? Where's 72.2? 72.2. I did. $72.2. Oh, I mean, I TP'd where we're at. Just TP'd. I T'd on my P, 72.2. Honestly, I feel like if you're down in the 72.2 area, I kind of feel like that's not a particularly great sign. yeah, if we cut down over halfway through this to 72.2, this area here, we're likely to make a lower high for a lower low at that point. We're likely not to overcome this. So I would make that decision as you will. I chose a TP here because of this structural point on the chart that has demand resting right underneath it. And that is the way I prefer to do things. Yeah, kind of up to you. The previous high. Wait, what? I'm short from 73. Oh, you're short from the previous high? You're short from this guy? I'll probably just go stop loss and break even at that point. You've cleaned the low out that created the high. So if you're actually short on that high, I don't know, I'd probably just go stop loss and break even or something and see if I can get some meat on the bone before I start taking profits. That's probably how I would do that. But I'm not in that position, so all I can do is kind of tell you what I think. And I think I would de-risk it and secure it because of this, what we were looking at uno momento ago. Because of this, get up there. You know where you belong. Stop playing with me, bro. Because of this, I would look at securing that as soon as possible. You're in an uptrend, and what is that? What is that going to be a loss of? Let me get that blue line out of the way so I can read. It'd be a loss of 15-minute structure. 10-minute structure. Oh, we got another little demand block down here. I don't know if I believe you, homie, but I'll put you on my chart. Yeah, it's like your market open demand block there anyway, so I suppose that's not too hateful. It's the same as we've formed a little skosh of supply right there, little skoshes of the supplies. Sorry, it's late in the day. I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. Losing my mind. Oh my God, what a cool name. I just noticed your name. How do you say that? Oh my God. I'm sitting over here trying to figure out how to pronounce his name. It's not hitting me yet. Alha Rekabi. Alha Lare Kabi. Alha Lare Kabi. I'm fucking that one up bad. Alha Lare Kabi. Yeah, your name, dude. Your name. You the one. AJ's good. Not just AJ. AJ works. Oh, is it AJ Alrekabi? AJ Alrekabi? 30-minute left for 1 hour to be bearish. Still inside deviation. 30 minutes left for 1 hour to be bearish. 1 hour? Bro, 1 hour? 1 hour? Huh? See, I have a hard time considering that to be an hourly structure. I call that 10-minute structure, but yeah, because it's only one down candle. And this is just me. I don't think you necessarily have a problem in looking at it that way. But and you know, I mean, come on. It's just primary structure. It's just an issue of primary structure. As far as I'm concerned, it is an issue of primary structure. I don't really care about the time frames. I don't care about the time frames. I just see that we started here this morning and we formed a high and we formed a low and we failed and we formed another high and now we're back down below the sun. And that is our primary structure for the day. So unless they're gonna, you know, Asia Open's got some sort of tricks up their sleeves here pretty quick, because that's going to be in 27 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Oh man, wait, hold up. When's daylight savings? When does everybody else in the world change their clocks? Let me remind myself. It's like the 8th, isn't it? Light savings time change. Oh, in 4 days, the rest of you guys get to change your clocks. That'll be fun. And then we'll be doing all this stuff a little bit earlier. Not me though. I ain't changing my clock, man. We don't do that. We don't play with that stuff here. Which I prefer. Ooh, did I get it right? I got it right. AJ. Auto copy. I can finally sleep earlier. Hey, whatever works for you. I'm in Arizona. We don't do daylight savings time change. Like legitimately, our state is like, yeah, we're not doing that. You guys have fun. Which I have to say I much prefer. Cool. We got anything else? We got anything else? Or I'm gonna hop on out of here. Do we have anything else? Soul's gonna look pretty bearish if it loses this low. It's got some demand underneath it, but if you don't see that demand working, that is not going to be a particularly good sign now, is it? It's not going to be a great sign. A lot of lows stacked. Oh, you swept that one. You still got that. Okay. Australia's sleeping at 2 a.m. every day. You're an Aussie, are you? Not like I can't do a fucking Australian accent. I don't even know why I fucking tried that. That's cool, man. I always wanted to go to Australia. That sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. Why do you look different? Why do you look crazy? Oh, because it's a different time frame. That's why. Oh, look at that. Supply did supply things. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. I don't have anything left to say, and it's nothing against you. You don't have a responsibility to give me something to say, but you haven't given me anything to say, so I should probably go away and leave you all to the rest of your life. I just want an interesting chart to look at. I just want something interesting. Oh, do we get bro? Oh man, this would be. I know so many people want to buy silver right now. They're gonna be happy. They're gonna be happy. They're gonna be happy, happy, happy. So any random altcoins that just took a leap today? Fuck's this. Nothing I'm interested in. See the lack of liquidity on that? What is that? Jeez, that's so bad. See, I will say this. This is not how the SOL chart looks. This chart looks like a proper accumulation on the ETF. The ETF looks like a proper accumulation here. A proper accumulation with a proper spring, as indicated by your gigantic gap that was retested for your new high. Yeah, I mean, this is a proper accumulation on the ETF. I wonder what that's going to spell. I wonder what that means. I have to wonder what that means. This just is so objectively different than what you see on the actual SOL chart or the Bitcoin chart or the totals charts. So objectively different. Or SOLDO. We got 4 hour over there. We got 4 hour over there. No, bro, no, that's not what I wanted. Fine, whatever, we'll do this here. The 4 hour. Yeah, this is only present on the ETF. It does not exist over here. Interesting. Actually, I was actually about to ask your thoughts on silver. Oh, cool. We go back to silver. Go back to silver. I think I've mainly been using this chart. I hope this is the right damn chart. I don't know where did it go. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Silver. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I gotta say, I like a retested prior all-time high. Personal opinion. Yeah, personal opinion. You were not able to. So, let's get back down into something lower. So you distributed. This has everything you would ever want to look for in a distribution. You have a model 1 distribution that is internal to a model 2 distribution. Your model 1 distribution is those 3 dots right there. Your model 2 distribution is here. Yeah, this is everything you want for a distribution. All of it, everything. Your model 2 distribution is essentially 1, all of this is your 2, and this is your 3 LPS, last point of supply. And then your model 1 distribution happens locally right here. And this last dot there is your UTAD, the old UTAD. Where's the button I'm looking for? UTAD. Whoa. Up thrust after distribution. Yeah, cool. So pretty bearish result, right? So where does that thing take us? It takes us back down to yeah, tag that hadn't been mitigated. All the rest of this stuff was pretty cooked. This wasn't cooked, but it slammed right through that. So we got back down to this guy, and since then we weren't able to clear this high, and we manipulated right at that high. I'm not including the wick there, so I am cheating. But this looks like the evidence of a bearish PO3. To me, that's what it looks like to me for an expansion. This demand here was probably your best demand that was left from the flow up. Let's see how it has responded to that area. Yeah, so it tagged it and it tried to lift, but so far it has failed to overcome the downward structure. Cool check. And then your internal structure from this high to this low, flowy like so-y. And we have yet to even challenge that. How's our upward structure looking here? Not completely hateful. Here's what I will say. I think if you can start making your way back above 87.7, and by making it above, I never, ever, ever, ever mean like that. Yeah, you went above it, but that's not going to qualify ever. You actually have a supply range that sits right on top of that. So I'm gonna go with this is an acceptable area to short. Back down to that low, and if you take that low out, things are gonna get pretty bearish pretty quick, I have a feeling. Let's get this stupid yellow box out of the way. Let's get all this, go away, go away. We don't want you here. And these lows aren't right. They're not right. They're not left. They're wrong. They're wrong. So likely not going to hold you up there. Did we leave any demand down here in the wick? Let's check the 45. Let's check the 90. Yeah. Let's check the 30. That's probably what we were on. I'm actually going to go with the 45-minute bullish candle. See, that is your last remaining demand in the whole fucking range. In the whole range. In all of it. You have a little bit of demand right here, but I don't like it. I do not like it. I do not like it at all whatsoever. Don't like it. And this guy's dead. We already killed him. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, unless we can significantly break above, let's just for grins and giggles, let's take a look at the downwards value area. Yeah, you can't break. I'm sticking my guns on this one. You got to significantly break 87.7, and that break should look like this. Or I think that's your only opportunity to come back to the all-time high for right now is this guy, and I think that's probably the less likely. I think that's the less likely version. That distribution that we were pointing out earlier is still pretty fresh, and oh wait, no, yeah, I guess that really may have done its job. I'll give that some slack. Yeah, I don't believe I don't believe further upside on silver until a break of what I said, a break of that thing. Outside of that, an interesting zone to test might be this one here. We can go ahead and delete this. All that stuff is, well, we can just slide this over and repurpose that. Might as well grab another one, throw it on the top. Bro, don't play with me, mouse. And yeah, and then after that zone between 68 and 64, I'd suggest we test the prior all-time high and reassess. That's what I think. That's what I think. Now I didn't use the XAG ticker, right? But I'm sure we're not going to see anything dramatically different on here. Yeah, it's all pretty similar, right? You still have a failure to clear this high. You still have the same manipulative event right above that high. Yeah, this isn't dramatically different in my opinion. No, not even a little bit. Basically, they're the same goddamn chart. Oh, big, yeah, big, big, BTC. BTC's position is tenuous at best. yeah, it's tenuous at best, my man. It's in a very premium setting with very bearish structure. So I'm hunting a literal swing short to the low right now. And as far as demand and whatnot goes, we have demand that we are interacting with right now. And it's an important piece of demand that could lead to a break that could take us back to this high. This one, this squiggly bug right here. And yeah, and I'm hunting for a gigantic swing short on it. That's what I'm doing. Yep. But as far as demand goes, I would say you have the demand remaining from today's New York Open. You don't have this remaining because that's already been tagged, so you can just ignore that. It doesn't exist anymore. Nobody cares about it. It is either A, going to bring in buyers that fill sell positions, or it is going to start overcoming supply and making an attempt at the high again. Yeah, I mean, this is like a maybe sort of. That's a sort of maybe kind of sort of. And then the rest of the demand that exists south of us does not bring you to a higher high. Maybe this guy, maybe this demand range. I'll be really surprised. I'll be really surprised if it happens, but potentially that demand range there has the ability to like knock into that and then maybe make you run back up here. But my gut says no. My gut says no. What's Tom Lee talking about PO3s and stuff up in here? BTC looks like an SFP of local range low on 10-minute, looking for bearish retest for further. Yeah. It does. Yeah. We're touching our primary structure low that we developed today. Today's low. This is market open, and the bingos and the bangos and the bongos is essentially how I'm looking at that there. Now, if you're calling that your break of your 10-minute, I don't blame you. I don't fucking actually blame you. I don't fucking actually blame you there. Oh, cool. Right. Sweet. Right on. Cool. All right. Well, what's up with Ethereum? Can anybody tell I'm trying to kill a little bit of time? My day ends in about 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so I'll just kill a little bit more time here. What we got on arithmeticiums? Man, I put this on as like a meme one day. I think I actually don't remember that. Ethereum's has some demand here. Why don't I find that same demand on Bitcoin? Am I fucking something up? Oh, because we've already interacted with it. That's why. It's got some demand right here. And losing that demand is going to aim you at this low. And losing that low is going to lose your primary upward structure. And losing your primary upward structure after an interaction with your highest value that you achieved after this event. Highest value you achieved is here, and so losing primary structure after an interaction with that tells me we are likely to clean up shop. Crypto Creek. Two things. Number one, I don't use Elliott waves. Number two, yeah, I hear you about the getting influenced by people. I hear you. And it's tough because you want to listen to people that you trust or that are at least entertaining or something, right? You want to listen to people, right? We're humans, we're social creatures. But I've gotten caught up in the same thing. About like, I don't know, feels like a year now. I made the decision that I'm no longer looking at anybody else's TA but my own. Yeah, I made that decision and I stuck with it, and it has not been a bad idea since. I mean, obviously, I've missed things. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking perfect. And obviously, when I said short, somebody else said long and proved me an idiot. But, uh, but yeah, sticking to your own TA is really important, man. God damn. I let other people get in my head so much. Don't let me get in your head, dude. Don't even let me get in your head. I'm just simply coming on here telling you what I see and why my logic. I'm just telling you what I see in the candles and the logic that my trading system, if you call it a trading system, demands that I use. Right? That's all I am. That's it. That's all I am doing. I'm just simply saying, this is the way I interpret these candles, and based on the information I use to trade charts with, it dictates that I take X action. And that helps me pull a lot of the emotions out of it, right? And all of that is easier said than done until you have math to back up your mouth, right? If you have enough math to back, or your head, if you have enough math to back it up and say, okay, what I read candles, and based on the results of the reading candles, it requires X action. I perform X action consistently over time. What is the result of X action consistently over time? If it's a positive result, then man, gotta go. Yeah, WP, man, dude, that guy, like, that's the problem, man. White Phoenix, and I quit watching White Phoenix too, man. Mainly because I just didn't want to ride his coattail so hard, but like a similar situation in which, yeah, dude, that guy will be internal to a 5 minute low and a 5 minute high and have three ideas. He's fucking wild. He's wild, but legends are made of something. Fucking made of something. All right, I've yapped enough. The one thing that always benefited me is like, um, White Phoenix always covered Asia, and I never really traded Asia, and so I would just, yeah, it helped me. It helped me. It helped me because I wasn't trading Asia, and he was covering Asia, and so there was nothing he was doing like immediately that I was really interested in participating in. Um, but uh, but I'll tell you what. I mean, you watch him long enough, and yeah, fucking guy don't miss much, does he? But I would watch his Asia streams and then look for his mid to higher time frame areas, and then I would just wait for the mid to the high time frame areas, and stay out of his insane scalping in the intro. All right, call a bullish break when you see a bullish break. Don't be afraid to do it. Cool guys, I'm gonna hit the road. How Asia Open impacts the first few minutes. I have a train. Wait. What's the question? How Asia Open impacts in the first few? Um, well, Asia's got to fill their position somewhere, right? They got to fill their position somewhere. They're not going to just open the session up and hit market buy or market sell. They're going to need somewhere to fill their position. Um, if they're going to participate, right? And so they will be looking to fill a short from higher than where we are now. They're not filling their short here, okay? If they're going to fill their short, it's likely to be up in these regions. And if they're going to long, they're not filling their longs here. They're going to fill their longs bare minimum under that low, if not down in something, like down in the New York market open or something like that. But they're not going to do it right here. They're not going to do it right here. This is the same way. This is the same principle of, well, I don't know if you're familiar with using open range breakout. but this is the entire premise of waiting for that open range to develop. Just wait for your first 15-minute candle. Your first 15-minute candle into the Asia session is not as dependable as it is into the New York session, but you take your first 15-minute candle and you simply look at this candle and you say, okay, the market has opened and it has filled the limit shorts and it has filled the limit longs, and until it can overcome either, no decision has been made. And yeah, no, that's why, because this is just the battle of people set all their positions, they made their decision, they set their limit orders, all those limit orders have been filled. Now who's going to drag it where? So yeah, orb, good old orb. I don't know, man. I'd be honestly pretty patient with it. Asia sessions are normally very boring. In all reality, if I were to make an assumption, I think you would have a better time finding either a long or a short at New York Open tomorrow than you will on Asia Open today. But your primary downward structure, here's what I will say. Your primary downward structure flows like this. So if you look at things through a lens of discount to premium, then the premium of this local range of price is going to be between 73,200 and the high at, let's just move this down. Let's just actually put that on the high. This is your, so, if I'm a market maker and I'm shorting here, I'm looking to fill in premium. I'm looking to fill in premium up in this area somewhere. That's where I'm looking to fill my short. For the same reason that I always say, because that is going to give me a 1, 2, 3 R risk to reward to back to the low. So if I'm making the market, I'm filling that short in premium. Especially because I might even be able to trick people into this bullish transition here. I might be able to trick people into that bullish transition here. Right? This guy. Bro, none of these drawing tools ever want to work with me. If I can trick people into this bullish transition here, only to catch them in premium and rug them, that's how I'm going to make the market. Because if you get a lot of buyers that step in here, they need liquidity or they can't get their positions filled. So the market maker's responsibility is to sell there. That's why they get lower fees. There's the reward for providing liquidity to the market. I don't remember. Is there some, is that Sydney's session that kicks off then? I don't recall. 7:30, you say? 7:30. What would that be? That'd be 17:30 on my chart. I don't know, bro. I just pay attention to these 3 sessions: New York, London, and Tokyo. I wouldn't mess with any other ones. Personal opinion. Adios, fam. My wife is sick. I'm going to go pick up some soup for her and a big freshly baked bread bowl, and I'm going to go home. Toodaloo, schnookums. I trade like Wave Cipher. Well, that's funny that you would say that. Me and Wave Cipher are part of. Well, I actually don't. Wave Cipher is a member of our community. He's a newer member, but yeah, I haven't. Again, I would love to go watch Wave Cipher. I really would. I feel bad because I don't, but I've crawled myself under a fucking rock, and that's where I hang out. So hey, what do you think, guys? Do you think we should blow up this YouTube channel, or do you think we should just continue to fucking nuke it with copyrighted music? What do you guys think? I don't really care. But if everybody else is like, no, man, let's grow the channel, then maybe I'll stop getting violations every day and getting my streams blocked. Let me know in the comments, bro. Let me know in the comments. We should blow up the YouTube channel. Hit me up in the comments. If not, I'll find some copyrighted music to play tomorrow and just fucking keep burying this thing in the algorithm. Adios, amigos. No, they get me on SoundCloud all the time, bro. All the time they get me on SoundCloud. All the time. Yeah. I would say like 98% of the streams I've ever done have been struck with violations. And majority of the time I am playing SoundCloud, so they always be getting me, bro. They're after me. Anyways, let me know in the comments. Or don't. Don't care. Actually don't care. If you care enough to let me know in the comments, then we'll find out.